If you've ever wondered why brands keep buying user-generated content, aka UGC, even when it's just not always posted publicly, this is one of the biggest missing pieces in user-generated content conversations. And once you understand it, a lot of things that felt confusing about UGC suddenly start to make sense. Like why a follower count doesn't matter, why brands need so much content, and why creators can get paid consistently without ever posting on their own pages. Most creators look at UGC from a creator perspective. You make a video, you post it, and you hope that it performs well. Brands don't think that way. They don't think in just the post, they think in systems. And UGC is not something that they buy just for visibility. It's something that they buy to test, distribute, and scale inside their marketing ecosystem. The first thing to understand is that brands use UGC primarily for creative testing. Every UGC video that a brand purchases is treated as input and not a final product. They're testing different hooks, different messaging angles, different creators, and different formats to see what resonates the best with their audience. That means when you're hired as a UGC creator, you're not being hired to make the perfect video. You're being hired to create something that can be tested. This is also why brands don't just rely on one video or one creator alone. They want volume. They want options. They want multiple creatives that they can roll out through ads and campaigns. One creator's video might test a problem, focused hook. Another might test a benefit, a driven hook. And another might focus on addressing objections. Brands compare performance across creatives, not creators, and that distinction matters. Most UGC is used for paid ads first. Inside of a brand, UGC typically flows directly into a paid campaign on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Ads fatigue quickly, even when they perform well, because audiences start getting used to seeing the same creatives over and over. UGC allows brands to refresh their ads without reshooting expensive studio content every single time. It's faster, more flexible, and way easier to scale. Another thing that most creators don't see is how often a single UGC video is reused. Brands almost never run a UGC video exactly as it's delivered to them. Instead, they might cut multiple hooks, ask for revisions, swap out captions or calls to action, crop it for different placements, or test it against other creatives that they have. This is why brands value clean framing, clear audio, and simple delivery. Content that's easy to edit and reuse is far more valuable than content that looks impressive but's locked into just one format. UGC is also heavily used for conversion, not just awareness. Brands place UGC on product pages, landing pages, and email campaigns to build trust and reduce friction. Seeing a real person explain or use a product helps potential customers feel more confident when they're buying the product. That's why brands prefer UGC that feels believable and relatable rather than overly polished and performative. The goal isn't entertainment, the goal is trust. Because all of this, brands buy UGC in volume most of the time. They're not looking for one creator to solve everything. They want a pipeline of creators they can rotate through, order from consistently, and rely on every month. This is why UGC budgets are often reoccurring, and why creators who understand how the brand works and how they use UGC are more likely to get hired over and over and offer retainers. Brands stick with creators who make their systems easier to run. What this means for creators is important. Brands are not evaluating you the way that social media does. They're not looking at your follower count, your feed aesthetic, or whether your content goes viral or not. What I will say though is if you're using social media to post your content, it does give you leverage for brands to see you, notice you, and therefore hire you. Where brands are asking whether your content can be tested, reused, and deployed inside their marketing campaigns. Is your message clear? Is the product shown correctly? Can this be used in ads? Can this creator deliver again next month? Once you understand that UGC is about function, not self-expression, everything changes. You stop overthinking your videos. You stop trying to perform. You start creating content strategically, content that brands can actually plug into their systems. That's when UGC becomes more consistent, more professional, and more sustainable. I know there's a lot of fragmented advice around UGC, so I put everything that I teach from foundations to scaling into one clear structure for you. Everything is linked in the description below of this video. I have free resources, paid resources. Please make sure to check those out if you're interested. Also, please leave any questions that you have in the comments below. And also, please like and subscribe to this channel so I can keep putting out fun content for you guys every single week. That is day 4 of the UGC Creator Series. I will see you in the next video.